I'm Marisa Roan, and I'll be starting the presentation for the Stark State IT Project Group. In the world of higher education, a strong IT department and infrastructure is critical to staying ahead of the curve. Today, we're going to explore a local higher education institution, Stark State College, its IT infrastructure, and strengths and weaknesses. Additionally, we'll be looking at the college's strategic plan and how it can help achieve one of the most important goals, student retention based on communication and engagement. After looking at Stark State's IT department and what it has to offer, the team will take a deeper dive into the college's current means of communicating with students and identify a few new methods, as you can see, that might help increase engagement. Finally, a recommendation will be made from the IT department on this retention goal and how it can assist. Stark State College was founded in 1960. The mission of the college is to provide high-quality, value associate degrees, certificates, and professional development in a diverse learning environment. With more than 20,000 students attending annually, Stark State relies on more than 1,000 full and part-time faculty and staff members to meet all of these students' needs. The college offers hundreds of associate degrees and certificates in both applied technology fields as well as degrees that lead to other four-year opportunities. While the main campus is located in Jackson Township, the college also maintains satellite locations in downtown Canton, Barberton, Alliance, and a new facility is under construction in the Akron area. The Stark State College student is a 25-year-old female. 73% of the students attend part-time and 45% are the first in their family to attend higher education schools. Most students work while attending college, and Stark State offers 18 online completable degrees in order to meet the needs of these students who require some flexible options. The values highlighted in the college's strategic plan include student access, student success, academic excellence, partnerships, fiscal stability, stewardship, and of course, people. The goals are similar to the values and align very closely with a heavy emphasis on student persistence and retention. Stark State's IT department is key to meeting the needs of Stark State College's students and achieving the strategic plan goals by connecting students to facilities, faculty and staff, and of course, information. Our group met with the director of IT at Stark State College, Jeff Walsh, in order to perform an IT audit and check out what the college is currently doing and where it can improve. Some of our findings included that the college's computer network is an Ethernet network with routers for remote links and firewalls for external security. Hardware is another area that the college has, and that is that it has a storage area network as a file server and VMware. The college's IT department is also in charge of procurement, inventory control, replacement schedules, and repair for all personal computers, Macintosh computers, and all other devices that you would find on campus through the staff and faculty, as well as the students in common areas. The college also has a lot of software that it uses. It has an enterprise resource planning system, Banner, and a learning management system, Angel, that it manages and makes sure is continually working. Other departments have software such as Razor's Edge, which is a fundraising software used by the advancement department, and many other examples. In order to maintain this hardware and software, they take very seriously the security of the systems. They have firewalls to control incoming traffic, and individual systems are secured via user accounts and patching. They also make sure they're in compliance with the payment card industry data security standards, and that there are legal contracts signed around securing and protecting data and information. Additionally, they have separate networks that are available for students as well as faculty so that they're not crossing in that data area. At this time, I'm going to turn the presentation over to Jennifer Grossman, who's part of our team, to talk a little bit more about the IT audit.
Thank you. Additionally, Stark State has a website which has now been turned into a new recruitment-focused responsive website, and this was developed by the IT department and the marketing department. Additionally, there's an intranet or an internal portal, which is through Luminous, a product from Elution, which is part of the Banner ERP system. It's used to manage internal communications through the portal My Stark State, which can be accessed both by students, faculty, and board members. Additionally, there's a customer relationship management system, which is used by the admissions office to communicate with prospective students regularly via emailing and using tailored messaging. Other systems that IT supports and maintains include the door locks, security cameras, Parchment, which is used for online transcript requests, wireless internet access, and a new system called Elevate, which allows students to enroll and pay for non-credit hour classes. Finally, IT manages cell phones and the related contracts. In our work with Jeff, we determined the IT strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats through a SWOT analysis. The strengths of the IT system include talented personnel. With a change in leadership, this led to updated systems and processes, which makes a more stable and secure IT environment. A new inventory system has been implemented, which is comprehensive and tracks all inventory that is in place at the university. The weaknesses include the phone system. The system is outdated and hasn't been supported for 3 years, which can lead to loss of data, including voicemail. Compensation is another weakness. Stark State is unable to pay quality personnel at the rate the market demands. The policies over laptop and cell phone issuance is different for each department and academic division, and so this creates additional challenges for the IT department. There's no consistency there. And finally, communication with students. The needed tool that students will monitor and actively engage with, and currently this is not happening. Opportunities. There's a new director who's willing to make changes and continues to look at the systems in place and to determine that these systems are still in use so that there could be cost savings where there's systems who are no longer used, and that way they're not being billed for them. Another opportunity is a new mobile application, which gives the ability to communicate with students more effectively and provide unique information. And a new website, which can be used to attract students and provide online learning opportunities. There are some threats to the IT system, which include security and hacking. So therefore, the IT department has to stay up to date to these threats. There's competition from other colleges and universities. And finally, third-party providers. These third-party providers are coming in and offering the quality personnel higher-paying jobs outside of the college. In addition to the communication systems we've already discussed, there's also an email address that each student is given, and it's the most frequent used form of communication by Stark State, but not every student checks these accounts frequently. My Stark State, which mentioned previously, is the internal portal with access to resources, support, information, and college news. Again, it is not uncommon for students to not access this portal. Social media, such as Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, are also used by current and prospective students, and they provide news and event information. And there was a mobile app which is being discontinued due to lack of use and unique information. Finally, text messaging. This is only used by Stark State in the case of an emergency. Based on our IT audit and our SWOT analysis, and looking at Stark State's strategic plan, the goals of the college revealed the biggest gap in IT is meeting the needs with communication. The outcome is a need to find a medium to communicate to students that they will actively check. This will help facilitate better communication and therefore increase retention as students feel more engaged. I'll now turn it over to Jim.
Thank you, Jen. I'm going to discuss the justification for this new technology. In researching how to improve retention, we tried to find the root cause of matriculation. We searched through and found the connection between the cause and technology tools. This will justify the use of a new app, an internal social network, or external social network. The most basic assumption is that students who are not engaged with college will not graduate. But what is the cause of disengagement? We propose that it is a combination of factors, but a major one is communication between educators and students. Rucker and Davis-Schell found this connection. Then we found a study showing, Davis further showed that the commuter students feel even more disengaged, which is Stark State's target market. This heightens the need for improving engagement even further. Then we found a study showing a statistical correlation between certain variables having to do with student engagement and graduation rate improvement, which I will discuss in more detail in a moment. So the root problem is a lack of feeling connected through a lack of communication between educator and student. But thus far, we can only state that improving any other variables related to engagement will improve retention. Then we found research by Klimova and Polova on how social media sites like Facebook and Twitter improve collaboration between students, teachers, through improved communication. Those types of information used were the ability to post class information, note blogs, student debating, and discussion boards. This bridges the gap between the use of new technology and improved communication and collaboration between students and teachers, which then improves engagement. The statistical analysis done by Price and Tovar, shown here, highlights the three variables. And the three that had significance were active and collaboration learning, student-faculty interaction, and support for learners. This bridges the gap between the use of new technology and improved communication and collaboration between students and teachers, which then improves engagement. Now, the use of the new app, along with an internal or external social network, can help these three areas improve overall graduation rates based on the research shown here. The root cause of a lack of feeling connected due to poor communication can be fixed by setting up a method of monitoring students' feeling of connection to the college. We would add that surveys and other methods could be used as a means of continuous improvement, and a Pareto analysis can then be done and set benchmarks for improvement as well. It is vitally important to keep these three areas in mind as the app is developed and used, and which is also part of the recommendation piece mentioned later in the presentation. I'm going to hand this over to Max now.
Thank you, Jim. I will start with the mobile application. More and more colleges and universities today are capitalizing on the mobile technology. This increases the capability to communicate with students. Stark State is no different than this, but their mobile application was not appropriately designed, marketed, or used, and is going to be discontinued since it provided no real value with students. This was evidenced by only 13 active users each day. Stark State must better capitalize on this boom in mobile technology. Currently, Stark State pays about $20,000 a year to maintain its current unused application. If we would apply that $20,000 to a more new, user-friendly, and distinctive application, the return on investment only needs to be 11 retained students per year. This assumes the 11 students are part-time, taking 6 credit hours per semester at $153.60 per credit hour. The proposed features of the mobile application are a partnership with the Stark Area Regional Transit Authority, or SARTA. This would allow students to have access to bus schedules and help them travel to and from campus when they do not have other means. Our second recommendation would be access to a financial aid counselor. By providing this access, students could ask for help without ever having to meet face-to-face. This could provide the student with financial aid that they may not have known existed or otherwise asked for. This will increase the burden on the staff of that department due to the increased requests for financial aid and scholarships, and there will most likely be denials, but the communication channels that this opens should increase retention rates. Also, we propose that they have access to current class project progress and past class performance. The ability to remotely access grades on papers, tests, or final projects will aid in the student's experience and help with the goal of increased retention. Armed with the quick access to past class performance, Stark State students will be less likely to drop out based on lack of access to information. As an alternative to a mobile application, there is an internal social network. This can be used for students to communicate within a class, cohort, or other grouping on campus. The administration can also use this to communicate with students and engage them and share information on financial aid, cafeteria menus, and other important announcements for the students. Yammer is one existing product that might work. It was recently purchased by Microsoft and integrated with other Microsoft products. The cost implications of an internal social network that Yammer could provide are: students cost $6 per month, while faculty and staff cost $8. This will result in a little over $1.5 million per year being spent on the internal social network. This means the Stark State would need to retain 834 students each semester, again, assuming their part-time status. I am now going to turn it back over to Jim for our final recommendation.
Okay, so we consider Stark State's strategic plan as well as the SWOT analysis and determined that implementing a new application would meet the objectives of the strategic plan. The cost of maintaining the app would be approximately $20,000, which Max said we only need 11 students taking 6 credit hours each of 2 semesters to cover that. The success of the app will be measured by users participating, retention level, improvement, and student satisfaction. And reporting will be provided to the head of IT, to marketing, and other decision makers as the app is developed and implemented. And that's our presentation.